New coach, new hope, new expectation, probably higher than ever before for FC Tulsa as they start their home campaign here at One Oak Field. Good evening, everybody. Dave Saunders and former professional Anna Beffer alongside me. And Anna, a point on the road so far for FC Tulsa. Really important that they get off to a strong start here at One Oak Field.
Dave, absolutely. FC Tulsa had a ton of success historically at home, so they'll be looking for that momentum again tonight as they continue to search for their first win of the season. But they had a lot of positives to take away from the Birmingham game, scoring goals and continuing to build on that team chemistry. Talking
of that Birmingham Legion game and goals, let's have a look at the FC Tulsa goals now.
FC Tulsa on the road, Rodrigo da Costa continuing to be a key leader on this team as FC Tulsa's all-time leader in goals, returns for another season for FC Tulsa, and Marcus Epps, Dave, already making a big impact for the side.
Certainly is. This goal, candidate for goal of the week.
Great combination play between him and Colin Fernandez. His first goal of the season as he hopes to find the back of the net much more. But Dave, Loudoun United making a splash early in the USL Championship.
Certainly are. A couple of good results, including this one here at Memphis. A much improved visitors tonight.
Definitely undefeated through 2 matches, but they're missing goal scorer Zach Ryan out due to suspension. So important that they find energy up top from elsewhere tonight.
The excitement is building here as we're minutes away from kickoff for this match between FC Tulsa and Loudoun United. We'll be back after the break with your lineups and your first half call.
SeatGeek presents Boomstick Lady. SeatGeek helps her find the perfect seat so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Oh, okay. SeatGeek handles the tickets so fans can fan.
As the world demands reliable,
low cost, low carbon energy.
Williams will be there.
With the best transport,
storage and delivery solutions.
We make clean energy happen.
By being the best-in-class operator
of the critical infrastructure
that supports a clean energy future.
Williams, we make clean energy happen.
This is a city that is being run like a startup.
I think it's a remote mecca that's in the ground stages.
The city is genuinely welcoming of new people and new ideas.
If you're a full-time remote worker looking for something new, check out Tulsa's thriving community of more than 2,000 remote workers. Visit tulsaremote.com to learn more about how you could receive $10,000 to move to Tulsa and apply now.
Today's match is brought to you by Bank of Oklahoma. We go above so you can go beyond. By Williams, we make clean energy happen. By Panera, the familiar made fantastic. And by Osage Casino Hotel, your place to play. Well, welcome in everybody to One Oak Field. The players and the new coach, Blair Gavin, have had a rousing reception, and you can see the players now on the field there. Loudoun United FC back here again. They did play here last season, all in red against FC Tulsa in their new jerseys. More of that during the broadcast here. They'll be wearing all black tonight with those green numbers. Dave Saunders here alongside Anna Beffer. And Anna, you just feel that there's a real expectation not only about the whole season, but tonight here inside One Oak Field.
Definitely, Dave. FC Tulsa historically has had a lot of success here at One Oak Field. We talked about that in the open, and they'll hope to continue that streak tonight. Still searching for their first win of the season, and head coach Blair Gavin searching for his first win as a head coach. So a lot riding on tonight as FC Tulsa looks to find that first win.
Yeah, we've got a few seconds before kickoff, and let's just go back to March the 11th. They were in Miami. They got a very decent point, 1-1. In Miami, never an easy place to go.
No, it's not, and especially early on in the season, there are a lot of new players still working on that chemistry, and for them to go on the road and get a well-earned point this early in the season, Blair Gavin has to be pleased with that. He's mentioned each game leading up to this first one at home. They've continued to build. They've seen pockets of time where they've looked like the identity and the team that they want to be. So as long as they continue to build on that, he's hopeful good things will happen this season.
Good things did happen for a while, didn't they, in Birmingham? They lost by 3-2, but they were 2-1 up, and as we saw in the opening, they're two fantastic goals. So we know that Blair Gavin's team are going to be attacking this season. We know that they're going to be able to share the goals around.
Absolutely, and he mentioned, you know, this team, they have high expectations for themselves this season, so they were disappointed with the loss, but they learned from it. They looked at it as an opportunity to grow, learn about game management, and take a lot of encouraging pieces from that too. A lot of goals were scored, 3 different players so far for FC Tulsa on the board, and a lot to look forward to this season.
There's Tate, who was signed from New Mexico United, will come into the back 4 tonight. Eric Bird, who's been a makeshift right back this season, did get injured in the first half at the game at Birmingham Legion. Here are the Foxy Tacos lineups, and first of all there are FC Tulsa, and leading the line is Moses Dyer and Marcus Epps, who scored that brilliant goal. As we're underway here, and we'll give you the Loudoun lineup as soon as we can, and they're on the attack straight away here. There's a first chance here, and it's a shot curled over the bar by the number 10 Armanakis, and Anna Peffer. Just going back to the lineup, it's a very attacking lineup, and Marcus Epps, what a great start to the season he's had.
It is. He has his first goal of the season. It was up, nominated for goal of the week, so he's made an impact so far, and a lot of new faces for FC Tulsa, still working on that chemistry, figuring each other out, but so far so good. Coach Blair Gavin has really worked them in training, and so far it's continued to pay off.
Armanakis there, just feeding the ball into Rocha. Ball going back now to Learman. Learman inside the centre circle finds his captain Cole Turner. The weather report, it's a really nice night, perfect for a game of football. 59 degrees at kickoff. Weather report sponsored by Fox 23. And Anna Beffert, too late for me, but if you were to strap your boots on, your cleats on, you'd be really enjoying a game of football in this temperature.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a perfect environment, temperature, all of the things. I mean, FC Tulsa fans have always shown amazing support for their home side, and this season absolutely no different. A great crowd. You can definitely feel the energy in FC Tulsa, hoping to build off of that.
Long ball over the top there, ball inside the area. It was Moses Dyer making a nuisance of himself up there, wearing the number 77 shirt. He will be leading the line. Let's have a look at the Loudoun United FC lineup as the ball is long, and that'll go through to Nelson, and we picked out Tommy Williamson to look out for up top.
Yeah, Williamson, a big impact player for Loudoun United. We mentioned missing a key player tonight, Zach Ryan, so important for Williamson to step up. He has a goal so far on the season, but he'll look to bring that energy for Loudoun United up top.
Now ball loose inside the box. Here is Williamson. Good sliding tackle coming in there from FC Tulsa defence. Marcus Epps now up to Rodrigo da Costa. End-to-end action here at One Oak Field. That one's just slightly undercooked there, and that's easy for Savake to get that ball away on the left-hand side. One back again by da Costa. Costa inside the box. A good chip there from Moses Dyer, just over the top. Wonderful play from da Costa with the assist there, Anna. But it's going to be a goal kick. But that lad Moses Dyer looking sharp up front.
Absolutely. FC Tulsa does a great job here. Keep this play alive. None other than Rodrigo da Costa with a cheeky ball up over the top. Moses just not able to put that one on frame. A couple of players slowed to get up after that challenge, but Loudoun United will put the ball back in play here.
3 minutes gone here at One Oak Field for FC Tulsa's season opener. 3 games here at One Oak Field, including this one, within the next 6 days. Pittsburgh are in town on Tuesday. And here is Hugo Farreau, who didn't play in the last game, the Frenchman, but he is back in goal. He did start the game in Memphis. Hickerman is on the bench as the goalkeeping sub tonight. Here's Captain Turner. Ball going back here again to the experienced Furrow. Expect both teams, when they get the ball, to have long periods of possession is what we're really expecting tonight, Anna.
Absolutely, and both coaches heading into tonight's match looking forward to it specifically because of the similar styles that both teams play.
Santos into the box there. Here's Epps to tidy up. Although he's made that one in a little bit short. In the end, it's going to be a throw into FC Tulsa.
But Dave, both teams high energy, want to keep that pace of play high. You mentioned the possession. They want to do a good job of taking care of the ball, but Loudoun United does a great job. Both outside wing backs get forward very quickly. If they lose the ball, they try to retain possession quickly, and FC Tulsa is prepared for that all week, has to be mindful of that and make sure that they hold on to the ball, be thoughtful about their passes, and continue to build on the momentum, that goal-scoring success they had previously against Birmingham.
Turner, the 6'2" centre back, Learman. Giving away to X. Here's first look at Ferry, playing Ferry in the central midfield alongside Colin Fernandez. Those two new to the FC Tulsa roster this season. Ball threaded down the Loudoun United left. Back goes Malou. Ferry just able to lay that one back, and the ball cleared from the FC Tulsa back line. Turner again on halfway. Ball over the top. There's an offside flag up from the linesman there, Matt Trotter. He's assisted by Seth Barton. The centre official tonight is Matt Corrigan, and the fourth is Lorenzo Hernandez. Good crowd in. Slight change to the setup. Some of the fans able to get closer to the action here. Families up on the grassy banks, as you can see at the top of your shot there, and away out of shot to the right. Always a popular place for families to come. DaCosta with an outrageous bit of skill. You can hear the ooze from the crowd there. DaCosta, you never quite know what you're going to get from DaCosta.
That's what makes him so special, his creativity, all-time leading goal scorer for FC Tulsa as they work on a build-up here, but great defending.
Yeah, Ricci got down the left-hand side. He's won a throw in here just below our commentary position. Ricci wearing 4, another one new to the roster. Only 11 returning players out of the 25. So a lot of new faces having to knit together with a new coach, Blair Gavin. It's always exciting, Anna, but I'm sure you know when you played in France, you go and you've got to very quickly get together. We'll come back to Anna in a minute. Eric Bird, as we've already mentioned, is out, as with a couple of players there for Loudoun United. We wish all 3 of those guys all the best in getting back quickly, because you don't want to be out for too long when there's competition for places, especially early on in the season. Loudoun working the ball up the middle. Corrales has done well there. Corrales, who's played at left back and is really playing well as the left-hand side of the 2 centre-backs, done really well. But just going back to that point, Anna, you know, as I said, when you played the game, you go and you play in a new team and there's new faces, obviously on the training ground, but there's nothing like getting out there and doing it together. But under a new coach, there's lots of new things going on, isn't there?
There is. Everyone always feels pressure to play their best, but especially when you have a new coach, getting used to the players, you're getting used to your teammates, earning respect, and just kind of earning your way and trying to make your way into a lineup. And that's something that head coach Blair Gavin really prides himself with this squad. They're very deep. He said there's immense competition in every position, all the way from the goalkeeper to the forwards. So that's something that's really helped them in training prepare for the season.
Good possession from FC Tulsa, but in the end the space was suffocated by the visitors, Loudoun United FC. Already said, very impressed with their start. They go to Memphis and win the game by 3 goals to 1, and then a very tricky home opener for them against San Antonio. Very creditable 1-1 draw. And here are FC Tulsa, the home side, in possession. Corrales just laying it off here to Rucci. Rucci's been shut down very well by Armanakis. Santos up from right back. And now Learman. As we said, both teams trying to possess the football. And at the moment, as Epps just takes that one away and moves the tackle and defend the ball all the way through here to Dyer, but that's good defending from the captain, Cole Turner, to foil the danger. Now Fernandez gets it out wide on the right, but miscontrol from Youssef. Strong challenge coming in there from the number 12, Rashid Tete. Just signed 2 weeks ago, Tete, to come into that back four, having spent 4 seasons playing at New Mexico United. Here's Learman. And now Loudoun United down that right-hand side. Zane. Santos, deep cross to the back post, is over everybody. Medcar having to pick that one up on that left-hand side. Loudoun United playing from left to right, all in red tonight on your screens. Thanks for your company here on ESPN Plus, and also My 41 here in Tulsa. Dave Saunders and Anna Beffer with you, giving you the home games this season. Anna, it's been an intriguing start. Your assessment of the first 10 minutes for both teams?
It really has. Both teams still kind of working into their rhythm, but you've seen moments of greatness from both where they're so able to win the ball quickly and then immediately find a pass, immediately break out. Loudoun United has done a good job here as of late, just being patient in their build-up. FC Tulsa's had a couple opportunities early but haven't been able to put it on frame, but you can tell both teams eager for that victory. As we mentioned earlier, Loudoun United wanting to extend that undefeated streak they have so far this season, and FC Tulsa has played really, really well but wants to show for it in 3 points.
Rocha in the midfield out to Santos. Santos now going down past the challenge of Ferry. Santos now, good ball into the box. There was a free header and he's missed it. And that really was an opportunity for Zane there. There's applause for Santos down that right-hand side, and that is what you call a real chance in this game.
The first real chance in this game, in my opinion, and this is what Loudoun United are so good at doing. They break on those wings, excellent service into the box, and that's one you absolutely have to bury from that point in the box. But Loudoun United lets that one go, and FC Tulsa keeps the scoreline 0-0.
As the world demands low cost, low carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. 0-0 the score, coming up to the 12th minute here at One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa, where the weather has been better today as it has of late. Lots of rain in the area in the last few days. 59 degrees, just perfect for a game of football, and we're seeing a pretty good one here. No goals, but we've certainly seen lots of possession as Malou takes the throw in there, as you can see in our shot. Now down the right hand side is Youssef. Colin Fernandez in that midfield wearing 8. Here he is on the ball now, slides it out to Rucci. Rucci up to Epps. Epps with a little flick. Ball comes off Santos, and it's going to be a throw-in. Epps is going to take this one.
Dave Epps had some really good things to say about his teammates after the Birmingham game last week. He mentioned he just felt so much more freedom to play, especially since the possession was so much better within his squad. FC Tulsa doing a better job of taking control of the ball, but Loudoun United so far has had more of the ball in this first half. It's important for FC Tulsa to get back to that possession, as you can see here, as they try to be patient in their build-up and make their way to the attacking half.
Corrales and the Cuban international there. Back to Michael Nelson. Nelson, who was acquired this season. And Blair Gavin was asked the question this week, by a reporter, Austin Wormel doing so well last season in goal, having to be content with a place on the bench, and he said it's all about competition for places, and he's brought Michael Nelson in, Nelson's had two very fine games, by the way, and at the moment Austin Wormar just has to sit on the bench, Anna, and that's the nature of it at the moment, isn't it?
That's what you want to build within a team, though. You want to have that depth and that intensity at practice to where no player is complacent with their spot in the starting lineup. You want that continuous effort and pressure to earn your spot week in and week out, and that's what head coach Blair Gavin is trying to do. We'll get another look here at that last replay.
Yeah, that's a clear foul, isn't it? And it's just left of centre, Anna, isn't it? Sort of 22 yards out. It's Colin Fernandez. Fernandez was part of the 2017 Tulsa Roughnecks team that got to the playoffs for the first time in that franchise history. Has come back here to play in that central midfield, signed from Sporting KC2. Could be the left foot of Armanakis here. The referee blows the whistle. It is Armanakis, goes towards goal. There's a tip over the bar from Nelson. Fairly comfortable save. Good hit from the free kick. Result, Loudoun United FC corner.
Nelson taking no chances there, in a good position. Just punches that one up over the bar as FC Tulsa will reset here to defend a corner kick. But Loudoun United, great opportunity off of the free kick, results in another corner kick opportunity. As this one will be an in-swinger from the left side as Armanakis moves on.
Yes, indeed. Good one into the danger area. Hits the back of the defender. And in the end, Epps is quite glad that it fell to his feet. He just clears the danger temporarily, because here's Santos, former Timbers 2 player. Ball into the box. Easily taken out of the night sky by Nelson. He wants to bowl the ball out, but it's a high press from Loudoun United. They're very good, Anna, when you look at those red shirts working together at squeezing the space, aren't they?
Absolutely. You continue to see that initial pressure, cover, and balance of the three first players into the attack, and that's something that FC Tulsa's head coach Blair Gavin was well aware. Ryan Martin has his team very well coached. They defend properly as a unit. It makes it very difficult for teams to regain possession quickly.
Free kick this time awarded by Mr. Corrigan, the referee. Rucci sharing a little 1-2 with Ferry. Ball clipped by Colin Fernandez to Epps, who's switched wings with Youssef. First offside of the game. Thanks for your company again. 16.5 minutes gone here. 0-0 between FC Tulsa and Loudoun United FC. Go for yellow tonight. Paul may have got over the line. The system did not agree with this. Down to the Costa. Squeezes the space and forces the ball to go out for his side. Rucci's come up from left back this time. Rucci, born in Spain, signed in February. His side in Finland. Ferry. Free kick, as you see the referee. Santos was saying the former Timbers 2 under-23 man, playing it right back. Both teams playing a back four tonight. And if the trend is tipped back again, going to back fours rather than that back three.
Seems to fit both teams' personnel tonight as they both come out in a similar formation. Loudoun United typically in that 4-4-2, and FC Tulsa 4-2-3-1. Obviously, those shift throughout the game depending on who's on the field. But a pretty even matchup tonight so far.
So see on the ball, this is Santos good drawn into the box. Those two have really worked well together down the right. And here's the Brazilian from Rio de Janeiro, Rodrigo da Costa. Always excitement here in one of the field when he gets that ball. Long ball here, looking for Youssef, but we get that one. FC Tulsa throw-in. There's Blair Gavin, the new coach of FC Tulsa. He has played a game of football on this field. Back in 2015, he was here with Portland Timbers 2, winning by 3-1 against the old Tulsa Roughnecks. Did pick up a yellow card. He got thanked me for saying that in that game, Anna, all those years ago. But he's a thoroughly nice man, and he's got a big job in his hand. And we were hearing he's working the lads very, very hard, and he's very, very professional. Of course, having been the assistant at Columbus Crew, so welcome to Tulsa to him as Learman goes down over the top of Moses Dye. But you know, we said in the build-up, Anna, there's a lot of expectation. You know, Blair Gavin's come in, as we just see the replay here, but you know, I think expectation also brings pressure, and you know, he's building this team together. He's got 3 games in 6 days. It's a big week for the club, isn't it?
It is, and you're exactly right with the expectation, just that level rising throughout the season. Blair Gavin coming in with high hopes for FC Tulsa, bringing in the players he thinks can get the job done. And as we mentioned earlier, this early in the season, so important for every player to step up and earn their spot, no matter if you're a veteran that's been with the club as long as DaCosta has, or if you're a newcomer coming in and this is your first professional contract. Blair Gavin just wanting to put a quality 11 on the field with high intensity and the expectation that they make a run in the playoffs.
There's Yusuf forward looking for DaCosta. That final ball for FC Tulsa has not quite been there. They're up against a very good defence tonight. Long ball over the top from Santos. Nelson going through. There's a bump off the ball there by Malou. Here come FC Tulsa again. Going to build slowly from the back against this very well organised Loudoun United FC team. Fernandez up slightly late. Referee's just going to have a little talking to here. No card for Abdul Zane, who starts this game, a man from Ivory Coast. Of course, no Mr. Ryan tonight. Be part of FC Tulsa history and order your 2023 Route 66 kit or Interstate kit today. Pick yours up at the FC Tulsa team shop or order yours online at fctulsa.com/shop. Just overcooked there. I just feel like both teams, you know, as we've already said, like to possess the ball, and FC Tulsa might just have to give up, you know, the possession stats a little bit to their opponents tonight, having dominated it in that 3-2 defeat at Birmingham Legion.
I think you're right. They may have to get a bit more creative with their runs and move a bit quicker when they do have the ball, because as we've seen so far in this first half, Loudoun United does such a good job of swarming immediately with multiple defenders, making it very difficult for FC Tulsa to take a breath, pick your head up, and find that next pass. So you have to be thinking very proactively, making those runs ahead of time, expecting the ball. So FC Tulsa trying to adjust to that play and find themselves back in this game.
Throw in on the right-hand side. Here's Marcus Epps. Jorge Corrales. Get that one just into no man's land a little bit. FC Tulsa get lucky here with Blaine Ferry picking up the pieces. Now Corrales, wearing 13, could just play the ball back to the 6'3" goalkeeper Michael Nelson, the 28-year-old. There's a push in the back there from Landry on DaCosta. Free kick, and this is a chance for FC Tulsa now with the likes of Rodrigo DaCosta to get the ball in behind this back line here.
This is a great opportunity. You have to take advantage of these dead balls. We get another quick look on the replay. Not that first one, it's the second one here. Not able to get the ball, just kind of runs through Landry there, committing that foul. And Rodrigo DaCosta might with his left foot here, but Yosef joins him. But FC Tulsa an opportunity for a goal here against the run play.
Yeah, everybody back in the line in red shirts for the visitors. 0-0 score, 24 minutes gone here. Here's the ball in behind that back line, but it's in behind everybody as well, and it goes harmlessly away for a goal kick. In fact, the referee said there was a touch. Thoreau, the keeper, is come running out of his goal, and the referee said there was a touch. We might be able to see on the replay, but he's given a corner here to FC Tulsa. Interesting to see the lines from the referee there, because it certainly wasn't the assistant. Let's see if there is a touch here. To the far post, there's a free header back at goal, and Epps heads over from the 6-yard line. Closest FC Tulsa have got from the corner that maybe wasn't a corner, and it remains 0-0.
Epps just trying to get up over that ball, but not able to get his header back down on frame. Get another quick look here on the replay. Back post, great header back across from Moses Dyer to keep that alive.
Dyer trying to turn the defender there. FC Tulsa slowly getting themselves into this game. Now here's Dyer. Keeper's come out here and has to clash with Dyer. And the keeper may have just got a real bang on the head here. They're turning him on his side. One of those nasty clashes that you just don't want to see in the game of football. And immediately the trainers are on. It was a nasty looking clash. No foul by anybody, Anna. It's just one of those clashes, and you just hope that the goalkeeper, Hugo Farrow, is going to be okay here.
We're holding your breath watching this one as both players came in for that challenge. We'll get another look here on the replay. Farrow does well to come out proactively. Dyer tries to stop himself.
I think he's okay, thankfully, and thankfully it wasn't a head-to-head clash. It might have been more of a chest-to-head there. But Farrow, who's back between the pipes today, is just going to take some time. There'll be some protocols going on there, as you can see. The referee has card in hand, and he's going to give the card, I think, to Moses Dyer. I think confirmation of that, and clearly I think the referee feels that Dyer has got that for that challenge, which I have to say, Hannah, it's just one of those. I always feel the player's unlucky there, because to me there was no malicious intent from anyone, but the referee has deemed it, yeah, it is Moses Dyer's gone into the book.
I agree with Dave. Maybe on another day that call goes another way, but Dyer seemed to try to pull up there on that challenge as Farrow had come outside the box. So it was free and open for a challenge, as if we would have been in open play.
So Moses Dyer goes into the referee's notebook, and there'll be a few minutes added on at the end of this first half. 0-0 it is, 27.5 minutes gone, and it will be a free kick for the goalkeeper, who's shaken that off and replaced the ball carefully. And clearly is okay. Now FC Tulsa on the attack. Here is Moses Dyer. He would love to score a goal now. He goes down. He wasn't tripped, but DaCosta was. And now there is a card out for a Loudoun United player. And we'll see on the replay. It's all got a little bit chippy here, isn't it, Anna? Just a couple of fouls which has livened everybody up, and we're still waiting to see who it is. I think it's going to be Turner, the captain there. Yeah, he goes into the book. Anna Bethel.
FC Tulsa with an opportunity on the quick counter here. There you see just that extra shove at the end. The referee is calling in. Captain coach committing that foul. FC Tulsa with another opportunity here.
Confirmation then. The captain is in the notebook. 1-1 on yellow cards. 0-0 with goals, but DaCosta may have something up his sleeve here, whereas we know Youssef as well. Youssef, who did get the goal 80 seconds after Miami had scored for FC Tulsa in the 1-1 draw back on March the 11th. Referee just having a chat with a couple of players there, Corrales and Landry, pushing and shoving. Will it be DaCosta directly at goal? Referee blows the whistle. DaCosta comes up. It is a left foot one. It came off the top of the wall. DaCosta head in hands because he knew that was on its way, and that's exactly what the wall should be doing.
Exactly, the wall does its job. DaCosta with a great strike. Look to be on frame, and he'll have another chance here off of an in-swinger corner kick. We'll get another quick look here off of the replay. Ball jumps up just over the frame.
DaCosta holds that left arm aloft, left-footed into the danger area, and there's a header away, and it came off an FC Tulsa player, and this time the referee says it will be a goal kick. Good corner into the danger area.
It was Marcus Epps who saw his frustration, just an unfortunate touch on the ball. He was looming on the back post of that corner kick. Here's another look. That touch sends it out of bounds, and Marcus Epps was in a good position there for FC Tulsa, but just not able to convert.
Throw in. Rucci, the left back, throws it back to Corrales, and unusually in the professional game, I think it was a foot taken off the ground. All of you high schoolers watching, or U10 players, that is not how you take a throw in. You have to keep both feet anchored onto the ground, and I'm glad that happens, not for the player but for the officials, because sometimes those things are missed in the professional game incredibly, and everybody says it should be a foul throw. So well spotted by the assistant there. Santos gets us back underway. Here's Marcus Epps threading it forward to DaCosta. Youssef takes over. Dyer waits ahead of him. Ball is out, throw in. 31 minutes gone here, 0-0, but an intriguing game between these two early on in this 2023 campaign. Rucci was back there, did well, and will win the throw in for his team. Keep saying it, but a beautiful night for football. Clear night, not too cold. Good crowd in for the home opener for FC Tulsa, their first of 3 in the next 6 days. And when you've been on the road, Anna, a couple of tough games, I mean, it's exactly what you want, a home slate of 3 games, isn't it?
Right, and you have to take advantage of playing in front of your home crowd. We've talked about FC Tulsa's record up to this point. They haven't been able to find that first win, but if they're able to get on a run at home, potentially get some 3 wins, few points, get their momentum and confidence back, is they've had moments of excellent play, as Blair Gavin has mentioned, but it has to come to fruition with 3 points if they want to have the success that they want this season.
Yeah, it's going all the way through to Faro. And you know, this USL Championship just gets stronger and stronger every year. There is no easy game anywhere. Everybody seems to be improving.
And anyone can win on any given week as well. I mean, look at Loudoun United. Everyone thought coming into this season that they weren't going to have that strong of a side, but through 2 games so far, they've really made some noise in the USL and have shown well so far in this game tonight, and have proven they have a really quality side and can have a great season.
And how about this for a result earlier on, if you missed it? Loudoun City 0, El Paso 3. So that tells you everything you want to know. They are rarely beaten at home. I haven't got the stats in front of me, Loudoun City, but going down by 3 goals to 0 to an earlier kickoff today. Marcus Epps. That's the ball to Rashid Teta, and he's given it away. Foraging run forward here from Amoka. Low ball into the box, easily cut out by Ferry, just a little bit short on the pass there. FC Tulsa able to get the ball away in the shape of Corrales, up to Youssef. Youssef, first touch wasn't the best, but he's kept it in, but he's under pressure from 2 red-shirted players. Landry in the midfield wearing 19.
Loudoun United have looked really strong in those tight spaces, short, and then that long pass, releasing and switching the point of attack. They've had some success with that tonight so far as FC Tulsa trying to break up their play.
Landry it is there in the central midfield. Throw in then on the far side for Samake, the left back, wearing 72, another player from the Ivory Coast. Made 3 appearances for DC United. Landry. He'll swing out to the right-hand side here to Goa Santos. All loose in the area. Made up again. They can't find front man Moses Dyer. Tommy Williamson there, just a little bit overzealous in the challenge, and it's going to be a free kick, and I think Williamson is going to go into the book here. Anna?
I think you're right. That was really smart defending from Tete there, as he just utilizes his body, gets himself in between the ball and Williamson trying to make something happen up top. Just gets a little bit overzealous. Goes over Tete, not happy with the decision there, but the referee not having any of it. So far done a decent job of taking control of this game. As it was chippy there for a bit, but he's given a couple yellow cards this evening.
He scored one of the 3 goals in the 3-1 impressive win at Memphis, and his goal was nominated for a candidate in week 1 for goal of the week. Is Nelson wearing all green tonight for FC Tulsa, who are playing from right to left on your screens. Thanks again for joining us here on ESPN Plus and also here locally in Tulsa on My 41. We're glad to have your company here. Dave Saunders and Anna Beffer with you as we're watching an intriguing game. No goals to speak of as yet. Corrales goes down. Play on, says the referee. Ricci goes in with a strong challenge. And now the train is being called on again. And it's Jorge Corrales who's in a bit of discomfort there. So we're going to have a few minutes added on. We'll see a replay here, Anna, just to see what went on. There's Corrales who went down. I think he got a bang to the head. And then there was a strong challenge then on Santos, and Santos was saying to the assistant referee right in front of you, why didn't you see that as a challenge? In fact, he's still talking to him. There he is, and he's saying that was a really strong challenge I had from Mr. Rucci, the left back for FC Tulsa.
The physics
is okay.
Yeah, Dave, the physicality in this game has really continued to elevate as the first half has gone on, and both teams, as we've talked about, like to keep the ball, keep possession, and really control the flow of play. And more recently, it's been broken up by some of these fouls, stop and go. So both teams trying to get back into their original rhythm. Corrales looks to be okay.
Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.selectsportamerica.com for the latest Select products, specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Nil-nil. We've got 7.5 minutes to go till half-time, plus the 4th officials board. Out, throw into FC Tulsa. DaCosta takes it quickly, but he's taken it about 20 yards further up the field than the referee's liking. We'll have a third go at the throw.
Dave, this is where, you know, both head coaches, you're few minutes away from halftime. You're looking to see who those leaders are on your team that will step up and take control of this game. Possession about 50-50. Both teams have had opportunities, but someone has to take the game find a way to put the ball in the back of the net.
Here's Ferry trying to do that, jinking into the box, and it came off the defender. It's a great run from Blaine Ferry, who's really playing as a sitting midfielder, but he's come forward there, and in fact it didn't come off the defender. It was just a really good challenge, and it's going to be a goal kick, and we'll just see on the replay here Blaine Ferry's run, Anna.
Yeah, very good first touch, trying to make his way around the defenders, just not able to put that one on frame. It goes up over the bar.
Hugo Ferreau from the beautiful Cannes in France takes the goal kick. Did you get to visit Cannes when you played professional football in France?
I wish I could say that I did. Our league was typically in the south of France, but we never made our way to Cannes.
It is a beautiful place. I've been there myself. It is a really lovely place. It's one of those places where you can practice your French, but obviously there's a lot of people that speak English as well, so if you get in trouble, you're okay. Here's Williamson. Ball to the right-hand side. There's a shot, an easy save from Michael Nelson, who's done what he's had to do very well. Michael Nelson, he's obviously a confident goalkeeper. The shot was from Almeka. Landry. 40 minutes now have ticked by in this one. FC Tulsa's home opener. Liam back to Turner. Turner goes round to Costa. Will chip forward. Ferry gets a header. Header forward looking for Da Costa. Cut out by Rocha. It's all calmed down a little bit, Anna, after those yellow cards and free kicks and corners for FC Tulsa.
It has both teams trying to find their rhythm again, be patient in their build-up. Obviously, in a perfect world, wanting to get a goal heading into halftime.
There's a real chance here for Zani. He's onside to the byline. Back to Santos, driven towards goal, hits the back of Ferry. And away comes Youssef and goes round two. And now the freedom of One Oak Field all of a sudden as the defence has parted. Plays it to the right-hand side. Cut out well by Samarke. And now it's end-to-end because Hamedka here will feed the ball inside to Amanakis and then building again Loudoun. Youssef is an exciting player, Anna, when he gets on the ball, but he just underhit that pass, didn't he, out wide on the right-hand side.
He did found so much space, did a great job just driving centrally to take advantage of that space, but not able to connect that pass. And you mentioned it earlier, Dave, but FC Tulsa has found themselves in a good position, but that final pass has been lacking.
Yeah, long ball from Nelson here. Da Costa's on the end of it. Da Costa said he was pulled down. Learman with defending, boos from the home crowd. And now there's a real chance inside the box here, and it's towards goal, and a good save from Michael Nelson, and suddenly this game really comes alive. Da Costa here, Annabeffa, foul for you.
Get another look here. I think it was a bit soft in my opinion, Dave. Da Costa knows where he is on the field, understands the contact coming. He's a smart player. Not a dive by any means, but maybe a bit extra theatrics. Good job by the referee not to call that foul.
Yeah, you're just wondering, with respect to Rodrigo Costa, if he could have stayed on his feet. There was another FC Tulsa player over, and the danger has been foiled. Here's the corner then for the visitors from the left-hand side into the danger area. Header away, it hits a player, not a handball, says the referee. And now Epps, had a pretty good first half for me. Rucci, Colin Fernandez. Good ball this time to Da Costa. Da Costa's offside. Frustrating night for the man from Rio de Janeiro. Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa is your place for fun and entertainment after the match. Enjoy a world-class casino experience with high-stakes tables and over 1,600 electronic games. Just 4 miles from One Oak Field, Osage Casino Hotel, Tulsa. Is there a goal before the players disappear down the tunnel? Strong challenge from Rucci. Out the other end, Turner does well, but Say does well. He's committed a foul. A yellow card. Foul is on Moses Dyer. Is working hard up front, Anna. It's been a difficult night for Dyer, hasn't it? I mean, he got that unfortunate yellow card, but they haven't been able to find him really to feet. There's been a couple over the top, but it's hard work up there on your own, isn't it?
It is. He's trying to make those runs and create some space for himself, but you're right. FC Tulsa has been a bit more direct to him, so he hasn't had as much time with the ball at his feet. Still searching for his first goal of the season. Now
there's a ball over the top, but excuse me, threaded through, but offside flag on the assistant referee, Mr. Trotter. 3 minutes to be added on in this one. 0-0 the score. Ferry's got a little bit lucky with a ricochet, but he'll take it. He's inside the box here. Hasn't got a lot of help. Onto his left foot. Ferry! Oh, he scored! He scored in stoppage time! The new lad! Onto his left foot, onto his right, and he finishes here at One Oak Field, the opening goal of the One Oak campaign. FC Tulsa 1, Loudoun United FC 0.
The home fans erupt here at One Oak Field. Blaine Ferry gets a bit of a lucky bounce and then does the rest, takes advantage, keeps the ball close to his body, great footwork, just finds a half a yard, and that's all he needs. Excellent finish, puts enough pace on it where Farrow's not able to punch that one away, and Blaine Ferry, his first goal of the season for FC Tulsa, and FC Tulsa finds himself ahead here in the dying embers of this first half.
Well, he's had a fantastic first half as that man wearing number 6, and he's in there, as I said, in the 4-2-3-1 formation, really as a kind of holding midfield player, but it's been apparent for me that he's certainly got further forward, and he was on both feet there, and he finishes past Hugo Farrow. And if it's a great time to score a goal in a game of football, it's right in injury time before you go down the tunnel to the locker room, isn't it?
You're right, but it's also a great time for the opposition to strike back. You have to stay mentally switched on here. You can't ride the momentum of the goal. You have to stay disciplined defensively, and the game management aspect, that's what Blair Gavin was talking about against Birmingham. They have to apply that here.
Ball from Santos over the top. Seen out well by Youssef, and it will be a throw-in. And as you can see on your screens, we've got about 30 seconds left. Is there one more chance for the visitors here? Well, here's Epps. Maybe there's one more chance for FC Tulsa. They would love a second. Here's DaCosta. DaCosta here. Dyer can't get it from under his feet. Hernandez trying to thread it through. Back to Farrow. Farrow will clear up towards halfway. Towering header from Tete. Youssef just trying to go through the legs of the defender. Fernandez keeps it going. Time really is up here. FC Tulsa leading by a goal to 0. Just a few moments ago, Blaine Ferry, the new signing, scores the opening goal of tonight's game. Youssef has won a throw-in, and still we go on here in the stoppage time at the end of this first half. And the referee puts whistle to mouth. That is the end of the first half. And Anna Beffer, it's been an intriguing game. And FC Tulsa just going into the locker rooms with that goal late on from Blaine Ferry.
Really entertaining first half between these two teams, and FC Tulsa's Blaine Ferry finds a way to break the deadlock here as FC Tulsa heads into the locker room up 1-0 against a solid Loudoun United FC team. So it'll be interesting to see what changes are made at halftime, but looking forward to the energy both of these teams we know will bring in the second half.
Tell you what, we'll come back with the Williams halftime show right after this as we send you the break. It's FC Tulsa 1, Loudoun United FC 0.
Rib Crib's been smoking the good stuff over 20 years, serving up mouth-watering barbecue, talking about slow-smoked classics like Rib Crib's famous ribs. Yeah. Hungry yet? Rib Crib.
Hey! Thanks for coming out again. I mean, we really appreciate you guys supporting us this year. And I mean, nice ride.
Absolutely. We're always happy to partner with you guys.
If you like this ride, you should come by Ferguson Kia and check out some of our inventory.
Let me make you a deal. So if you guys score on Keegan from half field, Ferguson Kia will give free FC Tulsa tickets to all of our new customers.
You're on.
Waldo's Chicken and Beer is home of Southern Fried and Fire Roasted Chicken. Enjoy scratch-made tenders, flavor-packed chicken wings, and house-made sauces, mac and cheese, collard greens, hand-cut french fries, and our signature cheddar cheese biscuit. Finish off your meal with our homemade banana pudding. Watch all your favorite sports at our full-service bar while sipping on ice-cold beer or any of our craft cocktails. Drive-through, dine-in, or order online. Needing to feed a large group? Spice it up with Waldo's Catering. Waldo's Chicken and Beer, the best homemade fried chicken in Tulsa.
Come see us! Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford. You've probably noticed the construction going on around us, so now is the perfect time to take advantage of our remote options in both sales and service. From a fully online buying experience, including signing all of your documents online, to our pickup and delivery option and service, where we'll bring the loaner to you, and of course, our mobile service van. So let us at Bill Knight Ford come see you and visit us online at BillKnightFord.com, home of the Knight Advantage.
SeatGeek presents the High Five Strangers Guide. SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets, so fans can fan.
A late goal by FC Tulsa's Blaine Ferry gives us the halftime score of FC Tulsa 1, Loudoun United FC 0. Well, FC Tulsa is debuting its brand new 2023 Route 66 kit tonight, and for more details about the designs of both the Route 66 kit and the Interstate kit is FC Tulsa's creative director, Victor Schwenk.
What's up, everybody? I'm Victor Schwenke. I'm the creative director here at FC Tulsa. I'm just here to walk you guys through a couple of the design elements we have on these jerseys, so let's get going. This is the Interstate kit. This will be our primary away shirt. This kit will boldly represent Tulsa as our players move state to state playing other teams. The patina green and gold on this jersey honors the rich Art Deco history of Tulsa and its presence throughout the city. On the back of the neck, we have the Greenwood Ave crest. This will be on both the Route 66 kit and the Interstate kit. This was designed by Trey Thaxton and his team at Greenwood Ave and will serve to honor and amplify the history and location at which FC Tulsa plays. We also have new premium 3D TPU crests that are going on both the Route 66 kit and the Interstate kit. This is the Route 66 kit. The patina popping off the black of the jersey here is a nod to the vibrant neon lights of the Mother Road at night. The two bold lines going down this jersey symbolize the street lines and Route 66 itself. The Route 66 badge on this jersey gives respect to the road that helped build Tulsa and its history as an iconic national connector. I'm super stoked for these jerseys. I hope you guys are too. I can't wait to see you guys at One Oak Field. We did this for you. We did this for Tulsa. See you guys out at the pitch.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Tiger. At Tulsa Tech, we're committed to helping every student find success in the workplace. Today, companies right here in our area are looking for someone just like you. Turn your love of cars into a career, or take to the skies and let your earnings soar in aviation. Hands-on training from instructors with the know-how and have worked in the industry. If engines aren't your thing, we can train you to design, create, or fix just about anything. Why wait to start your new career? Make your own path today at Tulsa Tech.
Welcome back inside One Oak Field as you see downtown Tulsa in all its glory here on a beautiful evening. FC Tulsa, courtesy of Blaine Ferry, have the lead at half-time here against Loudoun United FC. Welcome into the Williams half-time show. And I tell you what, Anna, let's have a look at the standings of the Eastern Conference. What I can tell you straight away, Lou City there, not in our graphic, but they have gone down by 3 goals to 0 at home to El Paso in a cross-conference game. But you look down all of those teams, FC Tulsa down there in 11th place. I mean, we've said it in commentary, anybody on a given day can beat anybody.
Absolutely, anything can happen, and you know, both of these teams tonight missed the playoffs. Last season, FC Tulsa finished 7th, just out of the final for the playoff spots. Loudoun United finished 11th, so both teams looking to kind of rewrite their story this season, and so far have had a good start to the season. But you mentioned it, Dave, I mean, anything can happen on any given week, so I'd imagine these standings shift throughout the next couple of weeks as all of these teams continue to find their identity, build on the momentum, and we'll see what happens.
And as it says at the bottom of our graphic there, the top 8 teams, remember, make the playoffs. FC Tulsa did not make the playoffs last season. Let's have a look at some news and notes from the USL Championship. International call-ups. Wonderful to see, Anna, 22 players from the USL Championship and USL League One called up for those 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup qualifiers. You know, again, an idea it gives you there of the strength of this league.
Absolutely, and those players bring that experience back to their USL clubs, and their coaches are pleased. They bring that intensity and that experience that they've had on these international call-ups and the tournaments that they've played. So USL continuing to help develop those players and give them those opportunities.
Hamid signs with Memphis. Former US men's team goalkeeper Bill Hamid has signed for Memphis 901 FC this week. And one we've been wanting to tell you about. FC Tulsa signing 16-year-old Nate Worth. How about that for a signing?
Absolutely. Just the youth stars have continued to showcase themselves in the USL. Charleston signs Dennis Brothers. Oakland's Drew Murray joins the U.S. Youth National Team. But FC Tulsa, Dave, 5 players under 20, 13 players under the age of 25. So this league is a bright ground for young players to really showcase themselves, but also veterans that have been in this league for years with the opportunity to really help these players come into their own.
Certainly are. That's the news and notes from around the league. We'll take another break here. We'll be back with more in the Williams halftime show, including your first half highlights and, of course, your first half stats. Back after this.
Summertime is back at Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, and we have the perfect getaway for you. Cool off in our spacious freeform pool, grab your favorite drink and chill at the poolside bar, or relax and unwind in a cozy private cabana. Just steps away are tempting restaurants, live entertainment, and a world-class casino gaming experience. At Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, your place to stay and relax.
If you had to pause your favorite show because your spouse fell asleep, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Today's match is brought to you by Williams. We make clean energy happen. By Bank of Oklahoma, we go above so you can go beyond. By Osage Casino Hotel, your place to play. And by Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place delivering lasting pain relief. Well, it's been quite an eventful end to the first half. Let's see with Anna how that first half all unfolded.
Dave, an entertaining first half, about 50-50 in possession between both sides, and FC Tulsa able to find the back of the net first, but Loudoun United FC definitely came to play here at One Oak Field, but FC Tulsa started off things early as Moses Dyer with a great opportunity here, but just not able to put that one back on frame. DaCosta with a cheeky ball up over the top to get things going for FC Tulsa.
Certainly were. That was Dyer there under pressure from the defender, but we had more action in this first half, and it came from the visitors.
And Loudoun United so good on those wings. Great service in from Santos, but just not able to capitalize on that opportunity. You cannot miss from that area, and Blaine Ferry all night creating chances for FC Tulsa. Gets in a good position here, but just not able to connect with that one well, but that might be some foreshadowing for later in the first half, Dave, but FC Tulsa continuing to look strong, and again, a lucky bounce here, but Blaine Ferry makes the most of it, keeps the ball tight to his body, some great footwork, and then delivers with the goal for FC Tulsa. Generates enough power. Farrow not able to get on the end of that, and FC Tulsa comes up big heading into halftime, up 1-0.
They certainly do, and as you said, you saw in that highlight package there, we did have almost a carbon copy of his run there before he actually put the ball in the back of the net. Let's have a quick look at the first half stats. And it was pretty even on possession there, Anna, but you know, the shots are mounting up. It's been a good first half.
They are, and as you see there, FC Tulsa taking advantage of when they have those shots on target. Loudoun United has had some really, really good opportunities. The service in from the wings has been good, but they have to take advantage and capitalize on those moments. You see the fouls there. Got a bit chippy there for a moment in that first half, but referee's done a good job of keeping the game under control. But Loudoun United, as we mentioned, have been undefeated so far through their first 2 games down here at halftime, so we'll see how they respond.
We will indeed. This voice of Anna Beffer alongside yours truly, Dave Saunders. Thanks again for joining us here on ESPN Plus and My41 here in Tulsa. And hang on to your hats, folks. This is going to be some second half. FC Tulsa, we've been talking about the word professional. You know, they were 2-1 up, having got a 1-1 draw in Miami, 2-1 up in Birmingham Legion. Went out to lose that one by 3 goals to 2. I'm sure Blair Gavin would have done something like that. We'll see how both teams respond to this one. Here's Epps now down the left-hand side, wanting an early chance on Hugo Farrell's goal. Inside the box here is Moses Dyer, across goal! Clear off the line and bang in for the second goal! It's Youssef! It is a quick start, it's just the start that Blair Gavin and his men wanted. Youssef with the second, barely 30 seconds gone in the second half. FC Tulsa 2, Loudoun United FC 0.
Statement made from FC Tulsa as the second half had just gotten underway. Youssef finds the back of the net for the second time this season, and we'll get another look here at the build-up from FC Tulsa. Immediately in that attacking area, Moses Dyer plays a dangerous ball in. FC Tulsa had players awaiting and ready for a potential knockdown, and Loudoun United not able to clear it away properly, and Youssef there waiting to bury it.
Malo Youssef scored the equalizer in Miami 2 weeks ago tonight, and he gets the second for FC Tulsa. 2-0 the lead. Some would say a dangerous lead to have, and of course the fans will be wanting more. The first time, of course, that Loudoun United FC this season have conceded more than one goal.
And you alluded to it, Dave, it can be a dangerous lead up 2-0. You don't want, if you're the home team, FC Tulsa, ahead to get too complacent with that lead. A lot can happen in 45 minutes. Loudoun United with the players to make something happen and find themselves back in this game. If you're FC Tulsa, it sounds obvious, have to get that third goal to really extend that lead and diminish any hope from the opposition. But one goal from Loudoun United FC and they're absolutely back in this game.
2-0 it is then. I can tell you that Zane, the number 7, has gone off and Jeremy Garay has come into the game. So we can tell you it was a double substitution. Chance from Moses Dyer. Here's Epps for 3. Oh, it's just gone wide. It clipped off the defender. It's going to be a corner. Marcus Epps on fire. And we'll just see the replay here.
Epps on that left side's had a really good game. Finds himself with a bit of space in that left foot. Tries to slot it home low and away. Get another look at it here. Takes a bit of a deflection, and FC Tulsa have a chance off of a corner kick from DaCosta, but a really energizing start from the home side.
It's landed up on top of the net. Youssef has got his second goal of the season, FC Tulsa's second of the night. Marcus Epps is having a field day down that left-hand side. Just to clear up that it was a double substitution. Wesley Leggett and Jeremy Garay are on for Loudoun United FC. Off went Abdul Zane and also Landry. Long ball now to the right-hand side. A little bit of work to do to keep that one in. Won't keep it in. What a start. If you're the new coach, Blair Gavin, Anna, I know we keep talking about 2 goals being a difficult lead, but he, couldn't have wished for any more, could he? There's a ball over the top now to Costa. Turner's back there, but if you're the new coach, that's just what you wanted, wasn't it?
Exactly, and I'd imagine heading into halftime, he told his team, continue to build off of that momentum. They head into halftime scoring the go-ahead goal, wanting to come back out and continue to build on that, and they did just that. But earlier this week to the press, he talked about how important game management was and how there were moments in that Birmingham game where FC Tulsa had the opportunity to win it and they let it down.
Behind the defence, good sliding challenge there from Carras, concedes the corner. There is Blair Gavin. He'll want his team to defend this corner really well. Tommy Williamson it was, the winning chaser there. The cross goes Ahmedkar to take the corner from the Loudoun right. I mean, outswinger, Da Costa waiting in the box. Williamson was not the best. Da Costa comes away with it to Epps, who's rocking up on the right-hand side now. Josef has gone to the left. Those two, that's been apparent with Lego's tactics, that those two have switched frequently in this game.
They have, and it just brings a different look to the offense. Both players with the ability to successfully attack from either side. Marcus Epps with that left foot, when he's on the right, gives him the opportunity to cut inside and just have a different look at goal as FC Tulsa looking to build here, find some space out wide.
Josef to Da Costa. Ball from Da Costa, but easily fouled by Hugo Furrow, who brings it down the left-hand side of Loudoun's attacking wing. It's going to be a throw-in for Justin Malou.
Assistant referees not accepting anything but perfect on these throw-ins, as it should be. Both teams need to be disciplined on that approach.
Officials, assistant officials saying absolutely right all around the country now watching this feed. That's been 2 foul throws tonight. 2-0 the score to the home side FC Tulsa in their home opener here in the 2023 campaign. Loudoun United FC will have to come from behind here, having conceded late on in the first half and unusually early on in the second. It was almost like they'd never been away. Now Corrales is going to get a yellow card for going into the back there of Wesley Leggett. You don't often see that, Anna, do you? That, you know, a goal is conceded in injury time in the first half. You normally settle down in the locker room. There's the yellow card for Corrales. But then to concede early in the second, I'm sure Coach Ryan Martin would not have been pleased, obviously, with that, having told them, you know, to keep it tight and sure in the second half, especially early on.
Right, it was so early, and that just shows how important it is to stay mentally switched on. You can't work your way into the second half or work your way into a game, because anything can happen so quickly, and FC Tulsa is showing how fast they can go in transition, break down defenses.
Nelson can't go down in the area. Coach, very famous for the way he led FC Cincinnati in 2016. He joined Loudoun United in June of 2019 as the second head coach in the club's history. Here he's got him and his team have got their work cut out, but as we know, just a goal back would really give us, you know, a really good second half here. 54 minutes gone, there was a handball. FC Tulsa will want to be professional in this game. Nelson under pressure here, giving the ball away. Ball down the right-hand side. That's the defender. As the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Ball is loose here from Da Costa cleans up. Throw in to the men in red, playing from right to left on your screen. Loudoun United FC against the home side FC Tulsa in their new jerseys, which we talked about at half-time. Playing from left to right. This Moses Dyer has worked very, very hard. Epps, talking of hard working. Colin Fernandez, what a good ball that is, and he's onside. It's Da Costa, squeezes it across goal, couldn't quite get it into the path of Moses Dyer. Good move.
What a great ball, and Loudoun United had done an excellent job working back in transition. They had numbers defensively, and FC Tulsa able to suck them over in that late run from Da Costa, but just not able to bring it down cleanly.
Tell you what, Anna, there's an atmosphere inside One Oak Field that I've not heard for a long time.
It's been a while. You can tell the energy from the fans. They're excited about this season. They definitely came in numbers from the looks of it. From up here, it looks like one of the most well-attended games we've ever seen. And the energy can be felt, and FC Tulsa riding high.
Been some changes, as we said, to the ticket sales and the positions that fans can get into to see this game, and I understand there will be more as the season goes through. As I said in the first half, the families have put their blankets down on the grassy banks to the right of your screen, and in the background there, family atmosphere, great family night that FC Tulsa always produces for the fans. Here's Turner, the captain, who will want to get his side back in this game. He's already made a double substitution to try and change things around. Strong challenge coming in there from the number 12, Rashid Tete. He was voted Rookie of the Year in 2019 for New Mexico. Quality signing for FC Tulsa if they needed to strengthen up the back line. Looking down, and I will come back to that in a moment as Loudoun come forward. It's pretty much, even with Corrales playing in the middle, it's a new look back line and goalkeeper, isn't it?
It is, and it takes some time for those positions especially to just build confidence and have that cohesion in your back line. You have, essentially a complete new back line, new goalkeeper as they try to work out some of those communication kinks, but so far have looked pretty solid tonight. Corrales, a seasoned veteran for FC Tulsa, typically finds himself on the wings. You mentioned, the ACL tear last season, so credit to him. Worked his way back, is in great physical shape, and has performed really well in tonight's game. But FC Tulsa made some shifts, some personnel changes in the offseason, and so far you can tell Blair Gavin and the work in the offseason has started to come to fruition here.
And if you think of Corrales, as also a left back, you've got Rucci, who's the current left back, and then on the bench, itching to get on, of course, is Brett Levi's, who's also a quality left back, who I mentioned, as you know, when we spoke on the radio, as being a player that I'm looking forward to seeing. There's the midfield duo done really well, Colin Fernandez and the goal scorer of the first goal, Blaine Ferry. I mean, everything is going like Gavin's way tonight at the moment, isn't it? Long way to go.
Exactly, and the quality that he's brought in, he wants everyone to step up, and all players still looking to really earn their spot in that core lineup throughout the season. But FC Tulsa and the intensity and the depth that they have in this squad is going to be really exciting to watch this season.
Underway here, 59 minutes, so kick by in this one. FC Tulsa with a late goal in the first half, a very early one in the second, gives us the current score of 2-0. We'll be back here on Tuesday night against Pittsburgh Riverhounds FC. And then here on Friday against El Paso, who've beaten earlier on today Lou City by 3-0 on Lou City's own patch, so that will not be an easy game if El Paso come to play like they did today. Should mention as well, congratulations and welcome to Matt Watson and Richie Ryan and Donovan Ricketts. Donovan Ricketts, of course, we know he was the interim manager last season, but welcome to Richie Ryan. Talking of El Paso, what a great combative midfield player the Irishman was in that team, and Matt Watson, the Englishman, had the privilege of meeting both of those guys, and they were saying how cold it was actually when I met them. Of course, Richie was down in El Paso, a lot warmer down there, but it's very changeable, the weather in Oklahoma, but welcome to both of those. Assisting player Gavin. Josef, the goal scorer, is going off here, and also Justin Loudoun. Bradley Bourgeois is coming on. Now, Bourgeois has not featured this season due to injury. He will come on. Playing right back. To enter the fray is Brett Levi's. Here's the Loudoun free kick into the box. Bourgeois, who's straight into the action. Popular man. Of course, attended the University of Tulsa. Second spell with the club. Just really popular. A great guy coming on.
He brings a certain energy to that back line, and in training his intensity is always very high. You can never doubt that he's going to put 110% into everything he does for this FC Tulsa team, and struggled with injury early, but good to see him back on the pitch for FC Tulsa.
Bourgeois gone down, he's got the throw in. Time. Good atmosphere inside One Field, as we keep saying. FC Tulsa making sure their fans are having a good night here. Fernandez was fouled there. The attendance tonight, by the way, there is 4,565. Certainly they've all come to shout and cheer and produce the atmosphere here for FC Tulsa tonight.
With the noise and energy that they've made throughout the evening, some could argue it feels like more here at One Oak Field. And FC Tulsa, as we mentioned, on the road, their first 2 games of the regular season, happy to be back at home for a 3-game homestand. And so far, the first one, they seem to be in control, but about 30 minutes left and a lot can happen.
Up back to Nelson. Nelson here to Corrales. Ball out to Rucci. Rucci now. Long ball over the top, looking for Moses Darrell. Comes for Ray. Strong header away from Tete. Epps trying to win the ball, but he's lost out here. Ball down the left-hand side. Tete's been banged over. Wesley Leggett, one of the second half substitutions, and remains 2-0, and there's 63.5 minutes gone. Located on scenic Cherry Street with new menu options, Foxy Tacos is the perfect way to experience a feisty, fresh Tex-Mex at its best. Free kick then to Nelson. Good defending, Hannah, just what you want from your central defender.
This is exactly why he was brought into this FC Tulsa squad. We've talked about, you know, the newness of this back line for FC Tulsa, but Tete showcasing why he's a marquee signing for the home squad.
FC Tulsa's 2 substitutions there. Levi's coming on the left-hand side for Josef. Marcusep's moving to the right, so really it still is a 4-2-3-1, and here is Levi's. Challenge coming in though from the number 2 right back, Santos. ball into the box, headed away. There's Bourgeois. Bourgeois on the run down the right-hand side. Here's Epps though with the ball. Good ball from Epps into the box. Out comes the keeper. Brave goalkeeping, and somehow Loudoun United got that ball away. Great ball in from Marcus Epps.
Epps has shown how threatening he can be in this game. He's had a lot of possession, a lot of touches on the ball, and has created opportunities, but Loudoun United back the other way here.
Williamson, his shot was not too far over, and he can't believe he didn't get a corner or a touch from Tete. But it just shows you how quickly the game can change.
Wide open between these both teams at times, and Williamson finds himself with a bit of space. Here's a quick look on the replay. Generates enough power, argued for a deflection. Tough to tell from that angle, but either way, not on frame. And Loudoun United still searching for a goal to cut FC Tulsa's lead in half as they try to find themselves back in this game.
Trying to run onto that header forward from Moses Dyer. Battle in the midfield, and spins out to Bourgeois. Bourgeois to Tete. Challenge coming in on Rucci. Deemed fair by Mr. Corrigan, the centre referee. Challenge was from Mr. Leggett. Rucci just taking a little time to get to his feet here. There's Blair Gavin. He will demand more from his players, of course. I mean, obviously, Anna, for your fans, you want to continue to see the team coming forward, playing attractive football. Here they are, there's Epps. But equally as well, as a coach, you know, you'd be very happy with a professional, see this out 2-0 win, wouldn't you? We keep saying there's a long, long way to go in this, and they're up against a very good Loudoun United FC team, but you can look at it both ways, can't you?
You can, and this is where, if you're FC Tulsa, you don't want to make any errant mistakes, want to stick to the game plan. Now is probably not the time to take those additional risks going forward unless it's very clear and obvious with numbers. And Blair Gavin, we alluded to it earlier in the match, but now with the game management in mind, players have to be mindful. You don't want to give away any fouls that are unnecessary, because now this late in the game, you want to maintain and hold on to this lead.
Get hard for each other for FC Tulsa, as are Loudoun United FC, of course. One in the field here. Ball's trying to slip it through. Bourgeois was there. Good man to bring on, and Fernandez does well from the ground. Maybe Bourgeois will work all day for his team. Levi's slides in, throw in, says the referee. Good substitutions for me from both teams. In that double substitution made by the visitors, and then Levi's coming in, clearly a class player on the left-hand side. Bradley Bourgeois, what better man to come into your back four?
I agree. The level of play for me hasn't dropped at all. The intensity has remained high for both teams, as Loudoun United trying to bring in some fresh legs, as we'll get another set of substitutions here upcoming.
Christopher Pearson is coming on here, the tall Jamaican wearing 88 for first goal scorer Blaine Ferry, and also Dario Suarez will come in, another good man to bring in for Moses Dyer. All about Dario Suarez in these parts and what he's producing. 30-year-old human. 27 season with FC Tulsa, so knows how to find the back of the net, class player. So again, good substitutions from Blackhaven, of course, coming up to the 70-minute mark. Mindful, of course, that his team have to play another 2 games in the next 5 days after this one.
Right, he's being thoughtful about managing the minutes as well, and I think it's important. You know, you mentioned the substitutions, but bringing a player like Bourgeois in, Suarez, some of these older players that have experience in these positions where you're up 2-0 trying to manage a lead, and I think that will bode well with some of the younger players around them.
Still, the Reds come forward here. into the box, headed away by Levi's, and now Marcus Epps, who finds himself on the left-hand side. Under pressure from Santos, does well, holds him off, back to Rucci. Rucci hurried clearance over the top of his coach. Loudoun now down the right-hand side, looking for a goal to halve the deficit. Still Williamson, and just shoots wide. And he's saying there was a corner, but in fact there was an offside flag. Williamson close.
FC Tulsa saved by the offside flag there. The ball goes just wide, but again, have to be disciplined defensively, clear that ball quickly. Loudoun United, dangerous ball in, knocks around, and Williamson, if he connects with that and stays on the side, might have been a good opportunity.
Here's Christopher Pearson. City going down by 3 goals to 0 to El Paso. Here's another eye-catching result showing how teams are improving all the time. Charleston 3, Tampa Bay Rowdies 0 is another eye-catching result, and just showing you, Anna, as I said earlier, we'll talk more about this in our broadcast throughout the season, just how teams have changed coaches, improve their squads. There's just going to be no easy given games this season at all.
No, there isn't, and it's easy to, use maybe FC Tulsa just as an example as the mindset of these clubs, bringing in new coaches, bringing in quality players with depth, pushing the players, and when you have teams all across the USL with that same mindset, the rising tide raises all ships, and I think that's evident here with the USL and all of these teams just continuing to push each other, push the boundaries, and get better.
She's ball forward there, chip forward. Fernandez goes down, Darius Suarez with the ball, but the referee has given the free kick to Loudoun. They've got Rucci down. Also, have been on the field several times tonight. For the players just to get some liquid on board. Rucci seems to have a problem with the right ankle. Signings, Anna, for FC Tulsa have come in and done, really well. We said that there's 14 new players on the squad. Rucci down there has done well at left back. You look at the likes of Josef, who scored the goal, and Moses Dyer up front. There's obviously been some good quality signings.
It has it, and with only 3 games so far under their belt, we'll continue to see how this team evolves and their chemistry on and off the field. But I think it's safe to say so far, FC Tulsa's brought in a lot of players that are expected to score goals, and it's always interesting to see how you put players like that in a team dynamic where there are multiple players that have that experience and expectation, whether they're selfish in their approach, trying to score goals, or they're willing to play with their teammates. And so far it seems like Blair Gavin has really developed a culture and environment where they work together, and you can see that that's evident here in this first home game for FC Tulsa.
We got a glimpse of Blair Gavin there, just walking behind the advertising hoardings. There he is, and alongside Matt Watson. Clapping his hands to Richie Ryan. Substitution. The right-hand side, and what's wonderful for FC Tulsa is with Brett Levi's already on the field, as Williamson hits his back, Levi's will just slot into left back. Here he is on the ball here. Again, players fighting for positions, but also able to come in and fill the slots needed. Up to the 75th minute here at One Field. FC Tulsa leading by 2 goals to 0, a goal in each half. Ball is out there. Fans head to the FC Tulsa app to vote for tonight's man of the match. You can download the FC Tulsa app on the App Store and the Google Play Store. Voting closes at the final whistle. Anna and I would not want to influence you in any way, but Anna, I'm sure you've got a couple of candidates that you might want to talk about as possible men of the match.
Absolutely. I mean, it's easy to point out the obvious and Blaine Ferry and the goal scorers throughout the evening, but Dave, it's been so fun to watch this entire squad. Nelson's had a good game. Marcus Epps, even though he hasn't been on the score sheets, made a lot happen on the wings for FC Tulsa. Has created chances. Corrales has had an excellent game. In my mind, defensively, he's typically, you know, we've talked about on the wings, slides into that center back position, and he's shown well. But when you have a team like FC Tulsa, Blair Gavin has to be pleased because multiple players have stepped up tonight.
We'll continue the conversation after this free kick. Loudoun United have deep in FC Tulsa territory. Good ball into the box, headed away by Corrales. It's going to be a corner. Good response from Loudoun, who need a goal pretty quickly. You think now 14 minutes left in this one, plus the injury time that will be added on at the end of the 90 minutes. Corner here to be taken by Marcus. Holds his right arm aloft, clips it in left-footed, low into the box. Stooping header away by Da Costa. Away by Bourgeois. It's going to fall to Santos here. Up against Christopher Pearson. Pearson steps out that long right leg to Suarez. Those two combining. 2 second-half substitutions made by Blair Gavin. Levi's wants to throw in, won't get the throw in, goes to Loudoun United FC here. Good ball into the box, eludes Williamson. And a combination of Hadji and Bourgeois clear the ball. Farrow a mile out of his goal. FC Tulsa pushing their line up. Back come Loudoun United FC down the left-hand side. Mario Suarez wants the throw-in. He's not going to get it. Good defending though from the attacker, and Rice concedes another corner. FC Tulsa under pressure, Anna, but so far so good. They've defended every set piece very well.
They have. They're bringing the energy defensively. The substitution from Bradley Bourgeois has helped keep the intensity high from a defensive perspective. Have to stay disciplined.
Inside the area. Attack for Michael Nelson. Nelson, of course, looking for his first clean sheet of the season. That's can't get the end of that through ball from Levi's. Paul Turner, the captain. FC Tulsa just sit off a little bit deeper now, making it harder for the Loudoun United side to get through the lines. Williamson has worked hard leading the line up front. Santos has to spin and turn onto his left foot, chest it down by Williamson, can't get it to one of his teammates. Suarez can't get possession of the football. Turner through. Amanakis chips the ball over the top. Ball played back into the area. Challenge from Rashid Tete, who to me has had a very good game, and I know that defenders and hard-working midfielders, you know, are unsung heroes, don't often get the supporters man of the match, but you look at Colin Fernandez, who's had a quiet but efficient game. Tete's done well at the back. I mean, there are lots of players that could get potentially the man of the match from the fans tonight.
I think it says a lot about this squad too, because you know we've mentioned so many individuals tonight that have won their individual battles, and I think that you know tells the story of this FC Tulsa team. So far, the scoreline up 2-0. They've played a solid game, but have to see it through. About 10 minutes left in regulation, plus a few of stoppage time. However, giving up a foul here, and Loudoun United with a chance to cut FC Tulsa's lead in half.
Most of the players on this field now inside the FC Tulsa 18-yard box here. Wesley Leggett was fouled in the air by Dario Suarez. Santos is over this one. As is Edgar. Williamson just whispers something to Santos. Through now wall for FC Tulsa. Laid back to the back of the box. There's a shot palmed away by Nelson. And now on the break is Hadji. Could there be a third for FC Tulsa? Hadji wants to go on his own here. Here's Hadji. Can he pull it across the box? He can. It's just wide. The crowd have got their head in their hands. They can't believe it's been put wide. Substitute Hadji with a really good driving run, and it was Dario Suarez who played it wide out of effort.
Hadji did so well on that last run of play. Keeps the ball to himself. You can tell that he's being aware if FC Tulsa has numbers. The initial clearance from Bourgeois, a creative set piece from Loudoun United, but just not able to execute there. And then Hadji keeps the ball, goes all the way, plays the ball across the face of goal, and Suarez has to do better there and pulls it wide.
It's end-to-end now, kneed away by Tete. Here's the exciting Hadji. Da Costa gets a foot on it, but Samake was good there and got the ball back for his team. 8.5 minutes to go in this one. To keep possession of the ball here. Forced to save just a few moments ago. Michael Nelson. Here's Williamson, surrounded by FC Tulsa shirts. Santos with another ball into the box. That's over the top of Nelson, and that's going to go harmlessly away. Tulsa Remote has welcomed over 2,000 members to Tulsa and will pay you to work from your new home. Apply now. You're going to love it here. Throw into Bradley Bourgeois, and this is exactly what Greg Evan, the coach, wanted. Professional performance. They went and got the second goal early, and they just want to see this out with 7.5 minutes of normal time to go. Of course, the third would be the icing on the cake, wouldn't it, for Coach Gavin and his players. Suarez manages to get the ball out to Hadji. Look at the run, the overlapping run from Bradley Bourgeois. Sliding challenge coming in. Hadji keeps hold of the ball here. Good turn and spin there away. Christopher Pearson playing his years, just calming things down in the middle of the midfield. A strong squad FC Tulsa have this season. All the substitutes have had an impact. Here's Levi's one of those. With a throw in. Christopher Pearson, you picked out in that radio interview as being a player that you think will be exciting to watch and develop this season. Good player, central midfielder, tall lad, young lad, very fit and conditioned, so looking forward to seeing him. Suarez, here's Da Costa trying to thread it through the legs. Here's Suarez trying to keep control of the football for FC Tulsa. But Christopher Pearson, you're excited to see him this year.
I am, and FC Tulsa brought him in late last season, and Christopher Pearson didn't get a ton of minutes late in the season, but I remember he got a hold of an excellent volley, hit the crossbar, and he turned some heads. And FC Tulsa is excited to have him here, a young player, Jamaican international, hoping to make an impact for the home side.
Diego Bay, Jamaica is where he's from. Only 26 minutes in the first 2 games, the 20-year-old. United FC again into the box. Bourgeois clearing the ball. Levi's with his right foot anywhere will do.
See now FC Tulsa not pressing, keeping numbers back behind the ball. No need to take any risks at this point. No unnecessary fouls as we approach about 5 minutes left in regulation.
As he scoops the ball up into the night sky. He heads it infield. Ferry goal at the end of the first half in injury time. Josef made it 2 seconds into the second half. I want to say around about 20 seconds have been played in the second half. And it's 2-0.
Another chance there off with the header of Leggett for Loudoun United, who just couldn't generate enough power to put that one on frame. As Nelson lets that one go wide, and FC Tulsa will regroup.
The fans are really into this, and I'll repeat what I said earlier. The atmosphere in the stadium tonight before kickoff, during kickoff, at half time, and I'm sure at the final whistle, if FC Tulsa can get the 3 points tonight, is something I haven't seen. There's always a good atmosphere, but not quite like this. Here's Epps trying to make it 3. He likes this position, of course, Marcus Epps scored one from around about that area in the Birmingham Legion game. Here's Tete. Some pressure here. It's rolled over, the referee says Leggett's too strong in the challenge. Again, time can be taken out of the game here. 3 minutes to go. This stage, if you're FC Tulsa, you don't want to be the man to make a mistake of any kind and let the opposition back in now. Close the door. Of course, if you're United FC, you just want the ball to fall to you inside the box. You back in this game before the fourth official's board goes up. And here they come again. Nelson come out of the area, clear right-footed. Turner. Goal.
FC Tulsa doing everything they can to take the sting out of this game, slow it down. Blair Gavin trying to keep his team disciplined. Reminder, they were ahead against Birmingham, gave up 2 quick goals late in the game to ultimately lose on the road. So important that they don't repeat that here. So far have looked strong and confident closing out this game.
Over the top, Darius Suarez is onside here. Gets to the byline. Gets out in the shape of Marcus Epps. Colin Fernandez. Christopher Pearson. Fernandez did well. Corrales now to Levi's. Levi's wide on the left. Tries to get the ball to Hadji. It's going to come to Hadji. De Costa. Bourgeois. Costa again. Gets the ball back to Bourgeois. Chested down by Christopher Pearson. Costa's had an interesting game for me. He's done nothing wrong. He's just been in the game when he needs to be in, and Rodrigo da Costa, we know at any moment can produce some bit of magic, but he's slotted in well, worked hard for the team.
You're right. I think you brought up a great point just about the type of player that he is. Sometimes even when he has had quiet games by his own standards, it just takes one moment for him to bring a bit of magic to the field for FC Tulsa. He's had a solid game, no major mistakes, and it's helped in the midfield.
6 minutes to be added on here. I hope if you're a Loudoun United FC fan, Hope for FC Tulsa fans for a third goal maybe. Dario Suarez goes to ground, picks himself up, threads it through to Levi's. Levi's low across the box, off the knee of the defender. And away to the right-hand side, and a sliding challenge coming in from Colin Fernandez. Ball into the box is a good one. You know me, Anna Beffa, by now. I love those workers in the midfield, and Colin Fernandez for me, and Blaine Ferry, who was substituted earlier, saving legs. Just quality for me. Fernandez, a great signing in the middle of the midfield.
Well, those two in that defensive midfield spot just get better and better each game for FC Tulsa, and I think that's going to be key as they lock down that midfield. We've talked about how good they are in breaking up play defensively, but Blaine Ferry obviously able to get forward and make things happen, and Fernandez as well.
Absolutely, Pearson touch it forward to Epps, and here is DeCosta. DeCosta continues to run, gets it back from Epps. Sliding challenge coming in, and FC Tulsa will take that because it's going to be a corner. As Rodrigo DeCosta leads FC Tulsa in the all-time leader of goals, assists, appearances, starts, minutes played. Such a quality player. There he is, the man from Rio de Janeiro. Loved here by the fans. As we say, exciting player. He's had, by his own standards, a good game tonight again. Maybe not as noticed as much for some of those wonderful things he can do with the football, but he's certainly worked hard for his team. Throw in. We've got 4 minutes left of the injury time to be played here.
Dave, this game tonight definitely has not lacked effort. Both teams have continued to play with a high intensity, quick pace of play, and Loudoun United, even though down 2-0, has continued to fight and try to find their way back into this game. But both coaches have to be pleased with the work ethic of both sides.
Yeah, Loudoun United have got up to around about 55% of the possession. They've certainly possessed the ball very well. Those 2 goals at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second have really caught them out tonight. At the moment, still a ways to go. Bourgeois is pulled down, legged will get a yellow card. Just give me a moment to write down the number 22 in my notebook. Tied on. Everybody back now. FC Tulsa. Don't forget, folks, back here on ESPN Plus and My41 on Tuesday night. Anna and I will be here in the booth again, calling the FC Tulsa versus Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. And if that's not enough, come back to us next Friday as well, March the 31st. El Paso will be in town. Here's the free kick. Loudoun must score from this, you feel. Ball is loose. Williamson, good block from Levi's, who threw himself on the line. Now here's Hadji. Sprint here for Hadji. Can he get behind the defenders? There's a tackle coming in. The referee said it was deemed fair. He played the ball, did Liam, and it was a fine tackle, or Hadji would have been away.
Santos had to time that perfectly. Hadji free and clear. Excellent challenge. Referee in a great position to make a call. Lets that play, rightfully so. And Loudoun United regaining possession here. Here's another look at it. Has to time that perfectly, Dave, and he does just that.
Coming again here, but Fernandez will tidy up. And now here's DeCosta with space on the right-hand side. Hadji's in field. DeCosta goes through the middle. That's a glorious ball from DeCosta to Epps. Epps now against Learman. Can he get past him? Marcus Epps from 3! It is 3! Marcus Epps is in wonderful form. He was brilliantly fouled. He went past the defender, and in injury time again, FC Tulsa scored a goal. Marcus Epps, FC Tulsa 3, Loudoun United 0.
the composure to get his head up and find Marcus Epps on that far side. Does so well, stays composed, has to be just one defender. Delivers an excellent strike with pace. Thoreau, nothing he can do there. And Marcus Epps, an incredible start to the season for FC Tulsa, his second so far, as he continues to build on his play and put a stamp on this match for the home side.
I'll tell you what, Anna, when he received the ball, he had work to do, because Leland's a good defender, and you know, he goes round the defender, and he still had work to do. He hits the shot, nothing Thoreau could do. 3-0, what a goal for Marcus Epps, and what great timing again for FC Tulsa. The time is now up, and the referee allowed probably another minute on here. And that really has, as I said earlier on in the commentary, put the icing on the cake. Here's Loudoun. Is there one last chance for them here to get a consolation goal? FC Tulsa will want to keep the back door shut, get a clean sheet. Away by Bourgeois. The crowd want more. And here's Christopher Pearson. The referee says proceedings will have to end there. And FC Tulsa have in the end won this convincingly, and there are smiles all round from the fans and the players. And Anna Beffer, this is a new era for FC Tulsa.
It definitely is. You couldn't have dreamt of a better if you're an FC Tulsa fan. They came out in numbers tonight, and FC Tulsa absolutely delivers. 3 different players find the back of the net for the home team. A complete team win. Substitutions came in, kept the level high, continued to do the job for FC Tulsa. Multiple players involved with each of the 3 goals. And FC Tulsa, you mentioned it, Dave, convincingly wins at home. Loudoun United FC had so far had a great season, undefeated up until this point, and I imagine will go on to continue to have a good season. But FC Tulsa, great victory at home.
I'll tell you what, folks, do not go away, because we've got lots to wrap up. We'll give you some highlights of this game, but let's go to break now. It's FC Tulsa 3, Loudoun United FC 0.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford. You've probably noticed the construction going on around us, so now is the perfect time to take advantage of our remote options in both sales and service. From a fully online buying experience, including signing all of your documents online, to our pickup and delivery option and service, where we'll bring the loaner to you. And of course, our mobile service van. So let us at Bill Knight Ford come see you and visit us online at BillKnightFord.com, home of the Knight Advantage.
Cryotherapy is great for athletes. It's great for muscle recovery, reduces aches and pains that they're having, help those muscles recover quicker from those intense workouts that they're going through.
These guys, you know, they're banged up, they're working hard, they're dealing with injuries. You know, I feel blessed that these guys were able to come in the office and, you know, take advantage of our multiple service lines here at Tulsa Spine and Rehab.
Rib Crib's been smoking the good stuff over 20 years, serving up mouth-watering barbecue, talking about slow-smoked classics like Rib Crib's famous ribs. Yeah. Hungry yet? Rib Crib.
Well, welcome back to One Oak Field, the beautiful night sky. The smoke is rising because the fireworks have been let off here, because FC Tulsa have delighted their home fans with a comprehensive 3-0 victory against Loudoun United FC. And we will get straight into the highlights of this game, Anna. And really, FC Tulsa took it, you know, after conceding some possession. They were able to get the lead at the end of the first half. We'll roll those highlights right now.
First half, very entertaining. Both sides about 50-50 in possession. FC Tulsa finally able to get the better of Loudoun United. And What an unbelievable goal from Blaine Ferry. Gets a lucky bounce, but takes advantage of it, does some extra work there, keeps the ball close to his body, great footwork, and a convincing finish for the first goal for FC Tulsa just at the end of the first half, and they carry that momentum quickly into the start of the second half. Great play from Moses Dyer on the left side, a dangerous ball. You never know what can happen, but Yosef was there and waiting and ready to bury that one. And Loudoun United FC continued to push, Dave, but just ultimately couldn't find the back of the net.
No, they couldn't. There was an offside flag there. They tried hard. Williamson did really hard. Of course, they were without their top goal scorer, Zach Bryan, who's suspended tonight. And so that had to do without him, and they could not find a goal tonight. And indeed, it was Marcus Epps who had a lot to do here against the defender to make it 3 late on.
Really did that great late run. DaCosta able to find him, his distribution so crucial, and Marcus Epps an outstanding finish to put a stamp on this game for FC Tulsa with a convincing win at home, a really strong performance, and something Blair Gavin, I'm sure, is elated in as we get a look at the match stats here.
Yeah, and you can see that the away side had 10% more possession, but ultimately they couldn't do anything with it, and lots of shots in the game. It was an entertaining game, and really, I guess in some ways, Loudoun will look at that score and say that it flattered FC Tulsa a little bit, but there are the stats for all to see.
Definitely, you know, pretty even as we've talked about, but the margin of error is thin, and FC Tulsa, when they had the opportunity, took advantage, and that's the difference. You have to capitalize in those moments. They weren't able to do so against Birmingham, left a bad taste in their mouth, but they continued to grow from that loss, come home in front of their home fans, and get the 3 points with 2 more home games looking ahead, Dave.
What was noticeable to me, Anna, as we finish looking at the stats for tonight, was the group that got together in the middle of the field with Coach Gavin, and here are the players now who they mean so much to the fans, and the fans mean so much to them, and there's a bit of a tradition here that we get the drum that will, Bradley Bouchard's waiting to do that one. There's Marcus Epps, who scored a wonderful 3rd goal, and they sign autographs, win, lose or draw here, and they just, everybody's got that great feeling. I'm sure that Blair Gavin's going to say, wait a minute, keep your feet on the ground, there's another game on Tuesday.
Absolutely, and it's early in the season, but we've talked about the chemistry between this team. A lot of new players you mentioned brought in the off season, but Blair Gavin's done such a good job in training and on the road to keep these players together in cohesion, and you can tell on the field as they come together, multiple players involved in the goal, they're supporting each other, they're pushing each other, and that all came to fruition tonight in a well-deserved win at home.
And Anna, finally, you know, they, as we said, they've got the game on Tuesday, the game next Friday. You know, tired legs, there's a big squad, there's a good squad here, so Blair Gavin can mix it up if he needs to.
Right, smart throughout this game, made substitutions, tried to manage all of the players' minutes. It's early in the season, you don't want any injuries if that can be avoided, and a lot of players got minutes tonight, which continues to build their confidence and comfortability with each other as well, so a lot to look forward to in the coming week.
Well, there was a late goal at the end of the first half. There was an early goal at the beginning of the second, and then there was a very late goal at the end of the game, and FC Tulsa have come out victors by 3-0. We'll be back on Tuesday when FC Tulsa will entertain Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. Next Friday, of course, they're back again as they play their 3rd game in 6 days against El Paso. It's been quite a night for Blair Gavin. Thanks to all our team here. Thanks to Anna Beffer. This is Dave Saunders signing off. Final score, FC Tulsa 3, Loudoun United FC 0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.